I think the most critical piece with CallRail here is it enables us to understand exactly how well we're doing and communicate that back to our end clients. My name's Conrad Saam. I run Mockingbird. We're an agency that focuses exclusively on the legal market. So we had this great opportunity with a large client, and I was up in their boardroom, 20 lawyers. I walk into the 4-hour presentation. Managing partner looks at me and says, "Conrad, why shouldn't we fire you today?" Their perspective was they had been spending tens of thousands of dollars a month on marketing and were convinced that it wasn't working. Now, our data really showed that it was. And in fact, that was CallRail data. And we had not turned on the call recording yet. And so what we knew were we were generating inquiries. We didn't know about the quality of those inquiries. What we found really quickly was their intake was so poor, their front desk was so bad, that in June, the voicemail for the law firm still referenced the law firm being closed for the Christmas holiday. I played that back to the attorney 3 months later. We retained the client. The old adage about half of my money's wasted, I just don't know which half. In the internet, that's no longer true. And you add CallRail on top of your reporting infrastructure to really make a very quantifiable understanding of how well your marketing is actually performing. The beauty of CallRail is you can actually see things right off the bat. I think one of the difficulties that we find, though, is if a client doesn't have a sophisticated reporting infrastructure set up, the data, you're just building a benchmark on day one. And so it's really a matter of how does that data change over time? That's what you're really interested in looking at. In technology, there's so much that changes all the time. There's new things that are coming out. There's things that used to work that don't work anymore. We have to stay on top of that because the marketing that we do really dictates the overall success of our clients. CallRail has really been able to transition us from just a marketing, creative, or technology agency into more of a business consultancy. Being able to understand not the marketing metrics, we delivered this number of impressions, or we had this click-through rate, or the bounce rate went from X to Y, that's not really relevant to our client's end business. The really relevant thing is how frequently are people contacting me, and from what marketing channels? And not just what marketing channels, but what actual creative is driving change for us. And so being able to sit down with a law firm and say, you know what, we spent $12,000 last month on these 7 different marketing channels, and they performed like X, Y, and Z. We recommend that for marketing channel Z, we should just cut that budget entirely because we know from the CallRail data that it's actually not driving any inbound inquiries. Conversely, this other channel over here, you're killing it here. No one else is working there, and we can absolutely double up on that budget. And we know mathematically this is going to work because we have that inquiry data. That's been key, and it changes us from just a website developer or a PPC shop or any other marketing agency to really sitting down with the clients and talking about the business metrics that matter to them.